Good day. I've lost quite a few friends because of my videos. And two of the first ones was actually a gay couple living in England. I knew them quite well. Yes, they didn't like what I said about Brexit. And they didn't like what I said about Trump. And then when we talked, I happened to say something about radical Islam and homosexuality. And this made them angry. Yeah. So they left. Yeah. I'm quite amused by this. I noticed this. So I don't care about them. No. But it was fun, sort of. I was surprised they didn't know, you see. I would expect them to know something about this, but they didn't. And they didn't want to know. It's crazy stuff. Yeah. I read this thing from France. Apparently there is a growing support from the French gay community for Marine Le Pen. There was a comment here from a Paris resident, Kelvin Hopper. He said, faced with the current threats, particularly from radical Islam, gays have realized they'll be the first victims. Yeah. There was also a French writer, a woman, her name is Amari. She interviewed homosexual women growing up in migrant-heavy French suburbs. These women were forced to hide their sexuality, and many were even forced to move. She found that they wanted to remain invisible so as not to provoke homophobic attacks or be shunned by their families. She says city lesbians can look for the comfort of anonymity, refuse to come out to keep a balance. If they become too visible, they will lose the family. I think she interviewed 52 lesbian girls. She says in the rare cases where girls do come out, it often leads to the breakup of the family, and they will have to leave. They have to move to an entirely different city. There's also violence. Here's an example. Two lesbians in the Paris suburb of Val d'Oise earlier this year were physically attacked by a group of young men on the metro. Also, homosexual men have been targets of threats and harassment from migrant background individuals. Yeah. So this is a good realization to have, I think. We might be the first victims. Yes. I also looked at statistics. I mean, I don't have the statistics, but I was looking at what towns actually manage to handle problems. You know, when the town is infected by a lot of crime and radical fanatics, which towns made it back to the days of glory? I can't think of any town who made this. This is of course bad news for places like Malmö in Sweden and Paris, London, Brussels, and so on. So I don't think it's going to be done. Really, I don't. Yeah, I'm quite pessimistic about this. And so what is the solution? I know my solution is, you know, I live very close to Stockholm and I see the problem growing. It's like a cancer, it really is. So my solution is to move, and this will happen quite shortly actually. Me and my girlfriend, we are moving. We're staying in Sweden, but we are moving out to the country. Yeah. That's going to happen. I will tell you more about it later, if you're interested. All right, see you.